Hey, did you guys know that there's pizza in the Michelin guide? I was just scrolling on DoorDash and I found this place has a little Michelin star next to it, which I thought was only reserved for super fancy, expensive restaurants, but it's not just one. I found 11 pizza places here in LA that are recommended by Michelin. The Michelin guide was initially written to encourage car usage and sell more tires, which is why this guy has become the face of fine dining. And living in LA, I dread going anywhere by car because of its horrible traffic and parking, but it's kind of the only option. There has to be a better way though, so today I'm gonna try to bike to every single one of these restaurants and try a slice. I've got all of the restaurants mapped out here, and while this seems impossible, I know this is a solvable problem. When you lay them out in a straight line, this is a 38-mile trip, but you actually have to consider when these restaurants are open. Once we figure that out and group these restaurants by how close they are, we end up having to go back and forth across the city, making this journey 64 miles in total. That's 6 hours of biking, leaving 6 hours for dining, which gives us a little over a half hour at each restaurant. It's tight, but totally doable as long as nothing goes wrong. And here at Milo and Olive, which conveniently offers a breakfast pizza, something has already gone wrong.
It seems that the breakfast pizza is not available until 10 a.m.
I somehow overlooked that the breakfast pizza isn't available until 2 hours after the restaurant opens, so I'm already off schedule by a significant margin. But after a lot of anxious waiting, I finally have the first pizza in front of me.
Beautiful slice. So the first bite you get really just tastes like toast and an egg. It's got a little light cheesiness to it. It's really nice. It's got some heat to it that sort of rounds out the mouth. That's super tasty. It's 10-15 minutes, so I think I need to go already. I've been biking to every single one of these restaurants, which is probably a terrible idea.
My next restaurant is 16 miles away, which means a more than 90-minute bike ride from Santa Monica to downtown LA. I got a reservation for 11 when it opens, feeling pretty confident that I would have plenty of time to get there. Now, the earliest I can get there by bike is just before noon. But during the hour and 15 minutes I had to wait for my first pizza, I checked to see if there was any way I could get there without giving up on the challenge immediately and resorting to a car. I found out that while Google Maps said taking the metro would only save me 15 minutes, by replacing the walking and busing with my bike, I could theoretically end up only 30 minutes behind schedule.
You know, I don't have a ton of experience biking in LA. It makes me pretty nervous. I don't really have much experience sitting biking.
If you couldn't tell, this is my first time taking the LA Metro. Everyone thinks of LA as a car town, but part of why I want to do this on a bike is to show that there are other options. And the train is part of that, so I feel like it's okay to be diverting, especially if it's going to make things faster. And I had a great time with my first Metro experience. I just hung out in my little bike zone and watched the city go by at 50 miles an hour. Pizzeria Bianco. The Michelin guide says those who think Los Angeles can't compete with New York when it comes to pizza obviously haven't been to Pizzeria Bianco. We have placed our order. That puts us at least 45 minutes behind where we want to be. Our next reservation is at noon, and it's a 40-minute bike ride away, or at least I thought it was. Google Maps is now telling me it's a 56-minute bike ride. Do we maybe skip say for now and come back to it?
Is that possible?
To explain what's going through my mind right now, let's take a look at the map. It's noon, which means our reservation is starting at the next restaurant, Pizzeria Say, an hour away by bike. We're obviously not making that. We're already unlikely to make it to the reservation after that, which is for the only restaurant on the list with a Michelin star, Gucci Osteria da Massimo Bottura. It has a $100 fee if we change the reservation and closes at 2. Pizzeria Say, on the other hand, is open until 10 p.m., giving us a lot of freedom to fit it in later if we're able to be seated without a reservation. No matter what though, this change in the plan is going to add a mile to my trip, which is at least 15 minutes of biking in an already packed schedule when I'm an hour behind. I think we're just gonna need to try and walk in and hope that we have enough of a time buffer. Oh, I don't like this. One of the extra challenges that we're taking on today is that if the Michelin Guide summary mentions specific pizzas, we have to try at least one of them. That's crazy. Like, you expect the crust to crunch, but on the bottom, even though it's so thin, that was all crunchy. Oh, it's just like the perfect levels of salt and fat. I need to rank all these pizzas. Here's Milo and Olive. This is Pizzeria Bianco. I feel like while this was an incredible pizza experience, It's more of a breakfast experience. I gotta put this on top because it is a pizza's pizza. Like, this is an ideal pizza. So it's going on top. It is 12:38. I'm finally heading to Gucci. It's currently saying I'm going to get there at 1:50 and it closes at 2.
Turn right.
I really hope this wasn't a big waste. But I feel like it's worthwhile to talk about how Michelin considers restaurants for the guide. You're probably familiar with 1 to 3 stars, but the actual criteria that they use might be surprising to you. When you imagine a Michelin-starred restaurant, probably think of like a stuffy waiter, it's super expensive, lots of off-putting foods like foams, clouds, chocolate that you wash your hands with. But the Michelin Guide has 5 criteria that they're looking for to make sure a restaurant is worthy of the guide. Those are quality of ingredients, mastery of, flavor and cooking techniques, the personality of the chef as expressed through their cuisine, the value for money, and consistency between visits. We have 15 minutes until our reservation. Right now, Google Maps is telling me I'm gonna get there at 1:48. Oh yeah, there it is, Gucci. Okay, because there's a dress code here, I had to come prepared. I have a change of clothes. We're here. I consider that a win. I'm a big fan of being here and eating Gucci pizza. This is not a pizza. Are we sure we got the right thing? Yeah, I just filtered for pizza and this showed up in the guide. So Gucci Osteria ended up not actually being pizza, just a risotto camouflaged as one. The actual risotto itself was probably the least favorite thing that I had there. So this is probably gonna go at the bottom of the rankings. Also, it's not pizza. You know, it's a Michelin star restaurant. So expect the full experience. Maybe I would go back for all of the other stuff that we got. Time will tell. Okay, it is officially worse to take off your pants on Rodeo Drive than it is to put pants on Rodeo Drive. I've learned this lesson now. I'm gonna head just a 3-minute bike ride away to Ella. They close at 3, and it's 2:45. Still very much in a hurry. We're gonna see if we can do it though. We are at this point, let's call it a half hour behind. Every time I'm in a restaurant, I just sort of chill out, have a good time. Now, that's a problem when I need to like be moving with a good amount of urgency. We have a reservation for a place after this one in 15 minutes, and we're still missing one place entirely. I gotta pick up the pace, but I'm having such a good time. I am feeling a little margaritaed out. I think we're gonna have some more margarita later. We gotta have a pepperoni. And theirs is sweet and spicy, so that at least sounds interesting. Yeah, we have 2 hours until we can't move anything.
Which is at 5 p.m.
Yeah, and so we need to fit in John and Vinny's and Pizzeria Say in that time. Just called John and Vinny's. It's gonna take 17 minutes to get there, and it's currently 3:10, so we're 10 minutes past when our reservation was. Calling them to try and bump the reservation like we've been doing with all of these places all day, and I realized we could just order for pickup. And then I feel like the biggest time loss today has been just waiting in restaurants for the food to be ready. Service and ambiance, as we've established, is not a part of the Michelin criteria. It's just the food. So as long as it's hot and ready, like, I feel like that is worth it, and that could really save us some time. I have an order ready to go, and I'm gonna place it as soon as we get the pizza here, and hopefully we'll arrive just in time for a hot pizza. We can get to our 5 o'clock. That feels doable to me.
That's in an hour and a half, and we have 3 pizzas to eat by then.
Here's the thing, we're getting to Pizzeria Say, no, we're getting to John and Vinny's at 4. Eating that quickly, we bike for 15 minutes, get to Pizzeria Say, that's 4:15. We have a half hour there.
Yeah.
We can get in and out. It's a simple.
They have a table.
If they have a table.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that we don't. That we canceled our reservation this morning. This is the make or break point. Take a picture so I can eat a slice. Get the hell out of here. This is the pizza that you want when you're messed up. This is doing it for me. It is just about 3:30. 4 pizzas down, 6 to go in the next 6 hours. Let's see if we can do it. Below Milo and Olive breakfast pizza, above Gucci Osteria de Massimo Bottura, not pizza. All right, let's go. I do think something is missing from the experience. Salad in the bag. Where can we do this? Oh, it's like a good salad. It's really tasty. I feel like this is not the ideal environment for it though. But the timing means that this is a necessity. It's delightful. Thank you. Pity points are coming into this a little bit. I'm gonna put it above Milo and Olive. It really is good. I'm just upset. Like I'm having a bad time, but not because of this. See what pizzerias say. I'm just looking for a table for 2. What's the difference between the margarita and the margarita special?
Buffalo mozzarella, a little more rich and tangy than the normal margarita. Personally, that's my favorite pizza on the menu.
Awesome, let's try it.
I don't know if it's too early to say, but it feels like we're back on track.
We just have to stick to the schedule for everything after this. It might be an impossible schedule, but I think we can do it. Okay, here's why that might be challenging. We're likely to make it to Spago in time for our reservation at 5, which is another fancy restaurant. We were at Gucci for almost an hour, so let's assume we leave at 6. I then ride 40 minutes to our next 2 restaurants, Pizzeria Mozza and Ronan, which are both in Melrose. Then back to the west side, another 50 minutes to Pizzana, and finally an hour and 15 minutes to Manhattan Beach for our final restaurant, whose kitchen closes at 9:30. Working backwards, that means we need to be done at Pizzana at 8, which only gives us 20 minutes to eat at our 2 Melrose restaurants. Pizzas cook fast, but not that fast. We'll have to get creative if we're going to complete this challenge. This looks phenomenal. Super do not want any of it right now, which is the problem, but it looks so good. It doesn't look as crispy as Pizzeria Bianco, which we had earlier, but still holding its shape. That's so good. The thing that is special about this like Tokyo Neapolitan is it's just swimming in olive oil and sea salt. Great quality ingredients, exactly what Michelin would be looking for. All right, pizzerias say 6th pizza of the day. I think the best one, this is the pizza you dream about. It's like everything about a margarita amplified. It was incredible. It's gonna be very, very difficult to top this. We have 13 minutes before our Spago reservation. It should take like 10 or 11, and I have to change my clothes again because it's a nice place. So I'm gonna do that. The whiff off of this is incredibly fishy. Here goes. Imagine bagels and lox. It's got creme fraiche on the bottom, super thin, crispy crust. Looks like there's some layered red onion in there. Chive sprinkled on the top. It's like lemony. Gonna try for the caviar now. Here's the thing. It's hard to know what it's adding. So yeah, Spago doesn't feel like a pizza experience. Like it's not trying to be pizza, it's a pizza twist on bagels and lox. I just don't know that I can like rank it higher than any of the really great pizzas that we've had. So to me, it lives kind of with the breakfast pizza. I think this one comes in a little bit under it just for the price. Like it's absurd that cost $128, and I literally couldn't tell that the caviar was on there. We are on schedule finally, but it's gonna take me a half hour. It's 6 o'clock now. It's gonna take me a half hour to get all the way back out to Pizzeria Mozza. So, on to the next one. Yeah, I'm still worried about the timing because I haven't budgeted it very well. But if we could change all of our reservations and gain an hour after such a setback, like, I believe we can finish up. This is the final stretch. Only 3 more. No, that's not right. Only 4 more. Oh, Lord. As it gets darker, the bike feels less and less safe. Through West Hollywood, I was between really fast traffic and a row of parked cars, any of which could have opened their doors or pulled in front of me. Larger parked trucks sticking out into the bike lane often made me maneuver around them, requiring me to determine within a few seconds if a car was coming up behind me. Even when I was able to get to a residential street, cars would follow behind and pass me aggressively. I don't know if it's because we're in the dark or because I'm 7 pizzas in. This ride feels so much longer and like more strenuous than any of the others have. I don't know, I just feel really vulnerable. And if my phone dies, I have no idea where I'm going. Definitely seems trendier, which is a good sign. I think I know where I am now.
Turn left toward North Highland Avenue, then turn right onto North Highland Avenue.
Ooh, raccoons. Oh, a whole family of raccoons.
Your destination is on the right.
Okay, made it. I'm only 6 minutes late. Better than expected, honestly. I'm outside of Pizzeria Mozza, but my 360 cam is stuck on a stick. I can't really take it in there like that, and I can't leave it out here.
You reveal the
And if it's possible, just we're tight on time, could we also get probably around 7? If that's 6:45, a little after 7.
Is 7:10 okay? And
Yes.
then dash and put it in right now.
Amazing, thank you. Thank you so much. Our reservation at Ronan, which is close by, is in 10 minutes. I am nervous about kind of losing the lead that we had, so we're going to order pizzana ahead and then see if we can race down to Manhattan Beach and make it there before the kitchen closes at 9:30.
Okay, so here, Ronan. Then we're going to get you to Brentwood.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. Quite far.
Yeah, I can crank up the motor.
But is it the motoring that's your problem at this point?
What we're starting to realize here is that the timing just doesn't work. We're aiming to leave this restaurant at 7:10. It takes 50 minutes to bike to Pizzana from the next restaurant, then another hour 20 to bike to Manhattan Beach for the last pizza.
Because you need to be leaving Pizzana at the time you're arriving at it, pretty much.
Yeah. And none of this includes any time at Ronan, which is very close by, but still needs to make us a pizza.
My suggestion would be after Ronan, we put the bike in the car and drive to Pizzana. I mean, it's going to be tight already, but there's a possibility we get to Pizzana before 8 if we do that.
Okay, the other thing, no, that's not our only option. Does Pizzana close at 10 or 11? It closes at 11. With that revelation, the run is salvageable without having to resort to driving at any point. Counterintuitively, adding 10 miles to the route, which is an extra hour of biking, by going to Manhattan Beach first, will allow us time to arrive at each restaurant before they close. Love and Salt at 9:30 and Pizzana at 11. Still, that only bought us about 20 minutes at Ronan, so we need to move fast. Oh, this is not charging. That's the other problem.
What's your battery at?
24. Burrata Squash Blossom. Tastes like a garden. Oh, and really good crunchy salt. I'm a little concerned about the effect this cheese is going to have on me. This is lovely. Difficult to eat though. And hey, 7:03. We just might get out of here.
I think that doing this entirely in the bike may not be like from a the behind the scenes sense.
Yeah. We finished up at Pizzeria Mozza. I have to get over there as soon as I can because even a half hour there, it's probably going to be too much time. I'm at 16% now.
My suggestion would be to move over to the car.
Yeah.
Because it would buy us so much time to actually complete the shoe.
Yeah, and it's just this stretch where there's absolutely nothing for bikes until Culver City.
Yeah.
That's scary.
We could also get you back on the bike genuinely at Pizzana. Like, you could ride to Pizzana if you wanted to.
I still think it could be done.
I mean, honestly, to me, the biggest factor here is also your phone situation. If your phone was at full charge and you weren't worried about that, I would say we could give it a shot. I would still be against it, but I think I would be open to it.
Yeah, if I have no directions and way to contact anybody, like, that's bad.
That's just not really.
Yeah, we can't do that. And I actually get to choose the size of my slice here. Looks alone, I'm loving the arugula, the full pickled peppers on there. Dots of cheese on the blistered crust. Oh, but I have no. This is a fork and knife pizza. There's a lot of cheese. It's like a really good Italian sandwich, if that makes sense. It's just so vegetal, briny, pickly. This is a contender. You know, I was skeptical of a beet pizza. We really had free reign, but I'm impressed. All right, just finished up at Ronan. Realized we did not record any kind of ranking for pizzeria mozza, so let's do that really quick. It was excellent. You know, it was a really good burrata pizza. I feel like it, you know, is above Milo and Olive with the breakfast pizza. Like, it's really solid, but didn't crack either of those margarita pizzas. This, however, the beet pizza, I don't remember what it's called from Ronan, it's like a mind-blowing pizza. Like, it was just a random pick off of the menu, it's vegetarian, but like, it is like, it changes pizza without it being like a funky pizza. Like, it's still very much pizza. It's still incredibly good. We almost cleared the plate, even though this is pizza number 9 of the day. I think this has to be a solid number 2 after Pizzeria Say. Like, it's going to top Pizzeria Bianco, which, you know, I said was perfect. The Michelin guide says is perfect, but this is just more interesting, and I would come back and eat this all the time. It is 8 o'clock, which means that at this point, biking out of here all the way to Love and Salt is just going to be scary. I still think it would be possible, especially if we called ahead, got an order in, but my phone is at 12% battery. I just can't do it on that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the bike in the car, which is a bummer, because like, I do think this is possible, and I think we made up a lot of time. I think, you know, on another day, we totally could have done it, you know, with a different portable charger situation, we could have done it, but today's not that day. We're still gonna do all the pizzas. We're gonna make it happen. Just can't bike the whole way, which sucks, but that's the reality. We're in the car now. I don't know if it's just, I'm like slurring my words. We're in the car now. I don't know if it's just because I've had at least 9 slices of pizza today. It's really hitting me. Like, I can feel the cheese headache. I can feel like the bloat, and like it's hitting me. But I can't tell if that is just because of the amount that I've eaten throughout the day, or if it's because I'm in the car and I'm not like staying active through that and have a bunch of other stuff to think about and focus on. Right now I just get to sit and feel nauseous. Yeah, so do you still have an anchovy and fried caper pizza? Okay. Is that something I could try to cobble together with some of the toppings here?
We don't have any fried capers anymore. I can add an anchovies to any of the pizza, so you
Cool.
can do like anchovies on the margarita.
Yeah, let's do that. Thank you. I still want to bike back to Pizzana. I hope we can get that outdoor table and just hang out for a second.
So are you thinking that you will bike back to Pizzana, or are you thinking that You want to, but you can't.
No, I think I will. Feels like nice and like a good way to sort of close it out. Yeah, it'll help wake me up too.
With that in mind, you need to be back on the bike in 20 minutes.
Okay. All right. So this isn't quite the pizza of our dreams, based on the guide, but it's here. Pizza 10. Margarita with anchovies. I think it was supposed to have Calabrian chili too, but I don't know that happened. It's fine. It's late. It's here. That's the most important part. It tastes like fish on pizza. I don't know that I'm like super sold, to be honest. Yeah, it's just fishy pizza. Like, it's not bad. It's just... It's hard because we've had so many good pizzas today.
Yeah.
This one is just like not there.
Yeah.
All right, love and salt. 10th pizza of the day. We have one more to go. Honestly, just a bummer. Like, it feels like we half-assed getting here and we got a half-assed result. You know, it's a margarita that they added anchovies to. We were trying to get something that the Michelin guide recommended, but they don't offer it anymore. So hard to, you know, keep that kind of consistency. Maybe this was our fault for trying to cobble something together, but didn't feel like the quality of the ingredients was that good. Chewy cheese, like super fishy anchovies in a way that, like, you know, it just feels like tinned fish, you know? I think this has to be bottom of the barrel ranking, honestly. It didn't have any kind of chef's personality, value for money. It was one of the more expensive ones because we had to add on anchovies to an existing pizza. I don't know, I keep saying like, we got this, we can do it. we can do it. It's gonna be tight to bike back there. It's still another hour and 20 minutes and it's right now past 9:30. So I gotta get there before it closes. Oh my God. Google Maps has me pulling it at 11 o'clock exactly. So I gotta get out of here. Oh God. Oh, it's too late for this. I'm on a hill. All right. I gotta get out of here. Oh jeez. What did I do? I just snapped the kickstand off. Oh my God. I mean, I can still totally get there. That's just so annoying. All right, I'll see you there. I do think this has shown me that when plans fail, we can still make it work. It definitely wasn't perfect. But we're gonna eat at every Los Angeles pizza place in the Michelin guide today. Oh,
Head
jeez.
south, then turn right.
Oh, but we might not make it up this hill. What is it having me do? Oh, I really can't bike here. Oh, jeez. I don't careen into the ocean. Straight up can't even tell if this is a road or not.
Continue for 2 miles.
By getting on this bike path, I have committed. I've chosen to ride between the ocean and the airport in the dark by myself. It's another 5.5 miles or a half hour of riding before I can be reached by anyone.
Here's really what I'm realizing. I know I said that my big takeaway was that when plans fail, come up with new plans. That wouldn't have worked if it was just me. The only reason I'm actually able to do this is because Nathan was there to help me make the smart decisions, actually get through this. The restaurant will almost certainly be closed by the time I get there.
but I know he's gonna be there. That's the thing that I can count on. So many people are out enjoying their Saturday night with friendship and bonfires on the beach, and here I am on mile 35 of the day, choosing to slog my way through another hour of dangerous night riding by myself on a broken bike. At this point, the rules I set for myself are coming in between me and what I actually want. Now that I'm finally back in civilization, I know what I have to do. Thank you so much.
Good night.
You too. All right. Pizza 11. Pizzana. I haven't actually had any of it. I'm acting like I'm doing a review because it's 11 o'clock at night. We've been doing this, what, 14 hours for 11 pizzas. Not that bad. I have no idea when this is cooked. It's pretty cold. I think it was probably ready a half hour ago. This is doing a total disservice. Still good. It's, you know, it's cheesy. This is the cacio e pepe, which is one of their signature pizzas. And you'd think it would be so heavy, but this, like, Parmesan bit, it's just really light and nice. So much good ground black pepper on top. And yeah, it's the 11th pizza. It's good. Ranking wise, I don't even know where we're at. It's probably number 4, wherever, like just above mozza, I think. Yeah, it's a good pizza, but you know, I have to recognize how cold it is. You want a slice?
That is cold.
It's really cold. And it's tasty, but this is not how this pizza is meant to be eaten.